we go. Don't do it because I won't cut it out. Right. Hello, hello everyone. Right, stop doing first down celebrations. We're not in the league, bro. Right. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Fourth Down Focus. Did we do an episode last week? Not relevant. That don't matter. We're busy people. Few things that we might have missed from last week that we'll quickly touch upon, and then also James is going to do. Have you got any games you want to talk about from this week? Me and Keane didn't watch any of the games this week.
I'd say the one week where I would have been finally prepared for a One Thing We Learn video, and these lot did not watch a single game.
You can talk about some of the games if you want, but I feel like the main headline that we've not spoke about or not had a chance to speak about is the fact that Philip Rivers is back in the league. Any thoughts?
Old.
Yeah, right. My thoughts are, and it relates to the game, Philip Rivers is back, and it was a stupid fucking idea. He was awful. Like, I was all for the fun and games of it, but he was bad, like really bad. He can't move, which is we probably expected. He is like 50. You know, when someone's granddad should not be playing in the NFL. Like, they just shouldn't be playing.
Brett Favre did it.
He did, but this just hasn't. I mean, 120 passing yards.
I mean, to be fair, Brett Favre also dodged taxes, so I'm not sure that.
Philip Rivers does have like 400 kids, so I'm sure he should have something better to do than be playing in the NFL, because I don't understand it. I don't know if Riley Leonard is fit, he should be playing, but apparently Rivers is starting again, so I don't know what that's about. But in that Seahawks game, he was absolutely fucking terrible. I mean, it was basically. I mean, just to put into context how bad he was and how little he could throw the ball, Jonathan Taylor had 25 carries in this game, and he had 27 pass attempts and 120 yards. He was shocking. So
don't forget
I didn't watch, but obviously, me and James played in the semi-final of our fantasy league. James won. Fair enough. I had some bad injuries, but I also have Jason Myers. Did the Seahawks only get field goals?
Yes, they scored 18 points through field goals. Yeah. Hence why Jason Myers was, like, I believe, a top 20 player in fantasy this week in total, like, across the board.
He got me a lot of points, but it
was 24 points from a fucking kicker. You nearly had a chance in our matchup because you had a 24-point kicker.
If I played half the players off my bench,
your bench also outscored your entire team.
Yeah.
Which doesn't help.
Bad, poor management, but what are you going to do? I'll be back next year.
In fairness, it was poor management, but it was in hindsight, because realistically, if you said you were going to start Travion, DeAndre Swift, and Dallas Goedert,
Travion, I was like that with switching between him and Quinshon, but I thought Quinshon might have done something.
Your main issue is your wide receivers combined for 20 points.
I've been in Kansas for 2 weeks.
I had T. Higgins was out. I had some bad backups. It was rough.
You had Jaden Higgins and Alec Pierce who combined for 4 points.
Everyone put prayer emojis in the comments below so that James doesn't win the final in our fantasy league, because he deserves nothing.
Who's he
I'm
playing?
not going to win anyway. I don't care. I've at least earned my money back.
Can they both?
I've done nothing.
I'm scared anyway, because Michael Wilson has carried me the last 4 weeks, and he is definitely not going to get any catches again. Now Marvin
Also, if Harry wins, he also won the Fourth Down Focus League.
That means that he's in the last 2 years he's won 3 out of 3 leagues.
Your brother needs to go touch some grass.
So you want me to win? You need me to stop this run?
No, I don't.
No,
I hope you both lose.
In fairness, I might have a chance, because there's 2 starting players with Woody Marks and Rashee Rice. Rashee is out, I believe, and I don't think Woody Marks is going to play either. So I might have a chance.
Any of the games from this week you want to talk about, James? Because me and Keane didn't see fuck all.
Chief's dead.
Funny.
Dead.
Very funny.
We saw a little bit of that game. It was on in spoons. So
the highlight of that game for me was the fact that Mahomes comes out. The game, I believe they were a field goal down or something like that, away from tying the game, something stupid. And then all Minshew had to do was get them into field goal range, kick the field goal, and tie the game. He got them into field goal range, tried to get more yards, and threw a pick. And they then lost the game.
Well. That's just Gardner Minshew through and through.
So, yeah, it wasn't ideal. I believe Mahomes will also be out till a good chunk way through next season as well. So I think the Chiefs are done for the time being, at least.
I can't believe he's finally got like an actual injury that's going to keep him out. I thought he was indestructible, but apparently
it was also an incredibly late hit, which makes it even more sort of
really quite annoying that he got that injury when their season was pretty much done. You know, if he could have had that in one of the Super Bowl years, that would have been preferred. But
yeah, he's got it in the one season where they probably weren't going to make the playoffs anyway.
Yeah.
The only other game would, I guess.
I know what he's going to say. I know he's waiting to say it.
What?
No, you just go.
No, I'm genuinely intrigued to what you think I'm going to say.
The Broncos.
Oh yeah, these lot refuse to admit. I literally said, I hold my hands up and said, if the Bears had beat the Packers, I would say they're a good team. The
Micah Parsons didn't tear his ACL that week.
He has this week and they play again.
They then did it, and the Broncos did then do it, and apparently they're still not a serious team, even though they've won 11 games in a row.
Couldn't give a fuck.
So I don't know how that doesn't constitute a serious team.
Couldn't give a fuck.
Also, why is JJ McCarthy good? That was my other point. Why is he good?
He's not.
Is he?
In fairness, like I watched the game, I watched it, and he was actually very good, which is concerning, knowing that he's going to put 400 yards or something on our head this week.
I don't want him to be good because I'm really enjoying the 9 memes.
Yeah, but the last 2 games, to be fair to him, as much as we slag him off, he actually has been very good.
I mean, Eugene Cyril has had good games in his career.
I'm not saying he's going to be brilliant, but in the last 2 games, he's looked a lot better than obviously the shit show that ensued before it.
That'll be that quarterback whisperer he's got a head coach.
Oh, and the last point is the Dolphins have benched Tua.
They have. I was going to get onto that when we got to the game, but
yeah, just again they lost to the Steelers. Don't know why we backed the Dolphins really, because as I said, I looked through the stats and it was just not good. Tua's never won in under 40-degree weather, I believe.
Does everyone know how they did in predictions last week? Just because you didn't do a video,
I did very well. I did very well. I won the week.
I went 8-8 as always.
I had 10, I believe.
As I'm not a weatherman, I predicted the Dolphins because I didn't know how cold it was going to be. I actually don't know how I did. I think I had a shit week.
You lost the week, I believe, because you had some weird picks.
Funny.
You've also got some weird picks this week, I think.
I just hate the NFC South. They keep fucking me.
Basically, Keane is now at the stage of the season where these weird picks, he's either going to pull away massively and win by a mile, or he's going to make it very, very interesting in the last 2 weeks.
The Bucks and the Panthers both fucked me over. I'm sick of
they can both. They can both fuck off.
The AFC North and the NFC South bomb them.
I think I got lucky because I believe I predicted. I think I backed both I backed the Commanders when none of you two did against us, which got me one, and then I also backed the Broncos when neither of you two did either.
That's just out of pure hatred, though.
Yeah.
So that's what sort of brought me back into it.
I'm not even sure why I hate them. At least Keane has a reason. I just don't like them. I just think they're flaws and they're going to get bounced in first.
But anyway, I suppose we should actually get into what we're actually supposed to be doing here. So we'll start.
The dog's kicking off.
We'll start with Thursday night football. The Seahawks versus the Rams. We've all gone for a Rams sweep. As someone who did watch the Seahawks on Sunday, this was not as hard as I thought it might have been last week. But I don't know if you lot struggled with this one.
I think in the last game between these two, I backed the Seahawks. But like you just said, after a game where they could only put 6 field goals past a team with Philip Rivers playing for it in 2025, they've fallen down my pecking order a little bit. And the Rams are obviously the favourite for the Super Bowl right now. Someone called them a dark horse on Twitter the other day, and then someone was supposed to do a picture of the Super Bowl odds. They're top of the list and have been for weeks. And they've got the MVP on their team. So, yeah, weird one. But the Rams should probably walk it. But, I mean, they had that slip up a few weeks ago against the Panthers, which it scared me a little bit, knocked my confidence in them. But they'll probably win. I'll give it Rams.
I'm sort of also going solely based on the fact the Seahawks struggled so much against a Philip Rivers-led Colts team. And the fact this Rams team is just really good. Like they're probably going to win this game. I believe in the first one, I actually did back the Rams. Someone can fact check me on that if they won.
I believe me and you did, and Max backed the Seahawks.
I'm sure I did. At the time, this was like we were talking like game of the season territory. it didn't really live up to the hype the first time round. And as much as it's better than a lot of the absolute dross that's been on Thursday Night Football, it's probably not going to be the greatest of games. But give me the Rams.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, I watched the games this week and they were unbelievably good against a very good Lions team. My only issue is obviously Devontae Adams pulled up towards the end of it.
Great week to be me.
He's week to week, and obviously he's a big part of this offense. He, this especially on the touchdown side of things. I believe he leads the league in receiving touchdowns. I want to say, I can be proven wrong on that one, but I believe that is the case. So it's a concern, but Puka Nakua again went absolutely nuclear last week. 181 receiving yards for this team. I mean, the guy's unbelievable, and now as sort of the primary wide receiver with Devontae out, he's going to start getting red zone work as well, and it could be scary times. I mean, even very outside chance he could push for Offensive Player of the Year if he has games like that every week for the rest of the year, and JSN and JT continue their sort of slump, if you want to say it, especially with JSN, with the Seahawks just not producing anything on offense in the last couple of weeks. So I think him and Colby Parkinson, who had a very good game last week as well, 2 touchdowns and 75 yards for him, I think they should still be fine, and I think they'll win. It'll be tough. Obviously, the Seahawks defense has proven to be one of the better units in the league, but I just can't see anything but a Rams winning this one.
Is the Rams Super Bowl window sort of like this year, maybe next year as well?
I feel like just this year, personally.
Stafford will probably come back next year, I'd assume.
Unless
if they do win the Super Bowl, he might want to retire on the Super Bowl, I guess. Just like storybook ending.
I think it's 1 year if they win, for 2 years if they don't.
Yeah. I just feel like this team. There's a few older players on that team. Like Devante is not going to be in this form. Probably, maybe not ever again in his career. What is he now? 30, Devante?
It's getting on a bit.
He's up.
Got to be up there. And you've got Havenstein on the O-line as well. There's a few. Obviously, there's good young players on there, like Jared Verse, for example. But yeah, I feel like their window is this year, next year, and it might close after that. So they're probably going to have to go for it here.
Yeah, I don't disagree, to be fair. I think you're probably spot on with that one. I just think, as I said, if they win it, I think they're more likely to sort of have that Stafford retirement, and then obviously, you said, people getting on a bit. So they've got to think for the future in this draft, in my opinion, and sort of keep this team competing every year rather than going into complete rebuild when Stafford does leave.
There's a lot of shit about them trading up for a QB to have sit behind Stafford for another year.
I think Ty Simpson will fall to them at their second pick anyway.
Maybe.
I think
do you want to spend the first round pick on Ty Simpson?
I would just
Stafford, I would.
I'd sit Drew Aller behind him. Get him later on.
I was kind of hoping the Browns might do that, but we'll see.
It makes sense for the Browns to do that. Anyway, this game
probably end up starting for us at some point. So
this game, the Commanders versus the Eagles. I assume this was fairly straightforward for all of you lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I watched us against the Commanders on the weekend, and even they nearly somehow chucked away a win against us, which is impressive. But yeah, Eagles just shut out a Raiders team, and I sort of rank the Commanders in a similar level to the Raiders.
What an effort that is from the defense.
I was very happy to have the Eagles defense in fantasy, which is one of the big reasons why I won last week. But yeah, I think the Eagles, I believe they clinched the division with a win as well in this one. So get it. Well, the Cowboys
are the Cowboys on 5 or 6 wins?
6. The Eagles are on 9.
It's pretty much done.
It is done, but yeah, no, I think they should have not much trouble in this one. As much as we lost, we're just that bad. The Eagles aren't a bad team, and I think they should have easier games, especially for sort of throwing the ball. I think AJ Brown and Devonta Smith will have a field day with this secondary, as it's not been very good at all this year. So yeah, give me the Eagles.
The Commanders are a weird team. This entire season's been weird, but they're another weird team where I'm pretty sure someone can correct me if I'm wrong here. Their last few games, so they beat the Giants, which is, I thought the Giants might beat them personally, and then They nearly beat the Broncos a couple of weeks ago on prime time, like very close, went to overtime. But then did they not get shut out by the Vikings the week after?
Believe so.
Yeah.
What a bizarre team. And also, Dan Quinn is, I'm not going to use the R word again because you keep getting mad at me for saying it. But why is he being putting Jane Daniels in at this? Like, what is, the season's done. They're not.
Have you not seen the news?
What?
He's been shut down for the rest of the season.
He has now, but like in the past few weeks,
Oh,
he
right.
put him in the week and he still had like an injury. He's just going to make it worse. He did it in the game where he picked up the injury. He put him back in when the game was lost. And that probably made it worse. So I think Dan Quinn is not the best coach going. And yeah, the Eagles should probably walk away with a win quite easily.
The Eagles sort of, I can't base a lot of what they are as a team off of last week because they played well. If we get into that, we'll be here all day. But I struggle to see why they don't win this game. This Commanders team has just been very, very hot and cold, sort of as Max said. Obviously, they beat the Giants, but a lot of other teams have also beat the Giants. The Eagles are a weird one for me. Like, they've had games that they probably should have won. They've lost. They're not really at the same heights that they have been in recent years yet. They're still going to make the playoffs. So it's not really like panic stations, as some of their fans are sort of making it out to be after they lost 2 games in a row. But I think they'll win this one, and then they'll put a little bit of a run together going into the playoffs. But I genuinely see no way that this Commanders team win this game.
I think the Saquon fall off has probably hampered the Eagles a bit, and also the defense hasn't been as good as it usually is. Like that Bears game, they got 200 rushing yards put on them, 200 plus rushing yards. They're usually known for their run defense, so the defense hasn't been playing up. And Saquon's he's been way off from what he was last season, and obviously he was a big reason why they won that Super Bowl. I'd say so. That's got to play into it.
He is washed. I will say again, he said not a lot of teams beat the Giants. The Eagles were one of the ones that lost to us.
They did also beat you, to be fair.
Yeah, they did, but we beat them on prime time, so that the other games doesn't count. It's just more embarrassing for them. Like we expect to lose, but they lost on Thursday Night Football in front of the whole nation against this shit show. So I will always have that in this season. That at least we beat the Eagles. But yeah, again, it's a divisional game in our division, so I hope the stadium gets bombed.
I mean, you're literally dying to get an FBI knock on your door.
Yeah, you keep calling him bomb threats this year. It's probably not good.
That's got to be like your 4th one this year.
4? I think you had 4 in one episode.
No, it's not me saying I'll do it. I said I just hope somebody does it.
After that Saints loss,
oh yeah, that actually got put on TikTok as well.
It did.
So you're dying to get
Well, just that I haven't made a clips video for a while. So.
Yeah, that was crash that season. No, I don't actually care about this anymore. I watch all the games and stuff. It's just because I don't care about the Giants. It's why it's great. I can actually enjoy watching random teams.
Watching is better than watching your own team. I'll die on that hill.
I can't hate watching this one. I mean, I prefer the Commanders to the Eagles, albeit I don't like either of them. But they're never going to win this game, so we'll move on. This one, I fear I'm regretting my decision because I sort of forgot how badly injured this Packers team got on the weekend. So I'll let you two go first because I'm very torn.
Kian, do you want to take the floor?
I remember one injury, not the other one, so I'm going to let you go first. I can't remember the name of the other player who got injured.
I'll be honest, neither can I, but all I know is Micah Parsons.
Fuck.
Micah Parsons is done. That's the main thing, which is going to be a relief for Caleb Williams, I'd say. He's obviously quite good at evading sacks anyway, as we've seen this season. It's been one of his strong points. But, Micah Parsons is a big loss for that Packers defense. He's kind of like walked into this team and become a leader, leading by example, although he's no Myles Garrett and he never will be. The Bears, I mean, last week would have been the week where I announced I'm officially a Bears fan for the rest of the season because the Browns were mathematically eliminated, but then the Bears played us. So I was torn in that game, but I didn't really care. Bears won. Bears won again, I think. It really does boil down to the Micah Parsons injury, I think.
I forget who else is injured on offense. James, if you can
everyone.
Everyone.
There was one massive one. I just forget who it was.
So Unrelated. This didn't even happen in the game. Josh Jacobs didn't participate in practice today.
Didn't see that.
Jordan Love is full participant, but is on the injury report for a shoulder injury. Michael Parsons obviously done for the year. Jaden Reed didn't participate due to a personal matter. Christian Watson was limited.
I thought he did something really bad.
It was his chest, but he avoided a dodgy injury. Dontavian Wicks also limited. Lucas Van Ness was limited.
That's two passes.
Matthew Golden was limited yesterday, full participation today.
He's been limited in his brain all season, to be fair.
So basically everyone on the offensive side of the ball is injured for the Packers, which isn't ideal. So you know what? I think I'm going to flip because this seems stupid now. I didn't realize this many of them were all horrendously.
James, do it. Do it.
Fair down. Let me just.
They're still unserious, but
I know that the Packers beat the Bears last time round, but I am of a genuine belief that a fully fit Bears team is better than a fully fit Packers team. It was a very close game. It was a last minute mistake that lost the Bears that game. Another day that goes a different way, the Bears win. So I genuinely believe the Bears are a better team, and a fully fit Bears against a badly injured Packers. We'll see what happens there. It's going to be a Bears win, and they're going to move back to the. Will they move back to the top of the division with a win?
They already are.
Are they? I thought they slipped again.
I don't know. They've won 10 games, haven't they?
What have the Packers won?
9.
Shit, never mind.
I'll check.
I thought the Packers went back top after they beat them at Lambeau.
They had the top last week because they were both on 9, and then
yes, you're correct.
The tie obviously slid it for the Packers.
You're right. I forgot about the tie. I just think the Bears win this game. I think they are a serious team. I think it's hard to not call them that at this point.
Bears 10-4, Packers 9-4-1, Lions 8-6.
Completely forgot about the tie. But yeah, the Bears are going to win this game, and their playoff push is going to happen, and their Super Bowl push is going to continue.
Yeah, if this was fully fit, I'd bet the Packers all the way. But with all them injuries, I still wouldn't be surprised. I just don't think I'm still not convinced with the Bears. But I think against just no Michael Parsons and probably no Christian Watson, Josh Jacobs not practicing, I think they're in trouble. So yeah, I'm going to flip. I'm going to go with the Bears as well. Just
imagine how sick it will be when the Bears win the Super Bowl and we can say we've shook Super Bowl MVP winner Caleb Williams' hand.
Super Bowl MVP winner Romeo Doomsday's hand.
Yeah, I think that's.
I'm never going to say that because I went to the Vikings.
I'm gonna make a bold claim here. I think the Bears go further in the playoffs than the Broncos will.
Probably not, because the Broncos will probably have a bye, and the Bears will have to win 2 games.
It's a claim.
So you think the Bears will get to the NFC Championship game?
The Commanders did it last year.
Yeah, but the NFL teams are much better this year than they were last year.
No,
they're fucking not.
They're not.
There's more teams with a lot of wins than there were last year.
Yeah, but there's also more teams that have gone tits up all year. I don't even know what's going on.
I believe it's the first time since 2015.
Seasons in the year.
I believe it's the first time since 2015 there's been no divisional winners by week 16. Which is nuts, because there's normally some team that just walks a certain division. But apparently not. But we'll move on because we are going to be here all day otherwise. Yay. We're playing again.
Back to the Giants.
It's more of a hope.
You are stupid. I can clearly tell you did not watch on the weekend because we are fucking terrible. My only complaint with the Giants is why is Joe Shane still got a job? He's useless at his job. I just want to remind everyone that he wanted to take Jalen Hyatt in the second round. He also only took him in the third because he fell that far, even though he's going to take him in the second. And if anyone's seen the Jackson Dart interception, go back and watch it. It is the worst route I've ever seen run by a receiver in my entire life.
Speaking of Giants and the draft, can you quickly inform me your remaining games, please, James?
I believe it's the Raiders and the Cowboys.
Okay, I think you lose this and the Cowboys game. You beat the Raiders, and the Raiders get the first pick and take Mendoza.
The thing is, I thought we'd culture win against Washington because arguably we probably were the better team on paper, and we didn't, which fills me with hope that we probably won't beat the Raiders either.
This is a Commanders team that with Mariota beat us badly in week 3.
I know. Again, would I be surprised if we beat you? Not at all. We should technically beat you, like all things considered. But
we're comfortably the worst team. We're comfortably the worst team in the league.
I mean, we always win we always do it late in the season as well. We always do a stupid win. Like we did last year with Drew Lock putting 44 on the Colts for no reason. We'll do it this year against the Raiders probably, but in an ideal world, we lose out the season because I'd love to have that first pick. Not because I want the first pick, because we don't need it, but I'd love the haul from the New York Jets that we're going to get, so then we can take Jeremiah Smith in 2027 and ball. No, yeah, we're not going to win this week. JJ McCarthy's in the form of his life. I think it's a big game for Aaron Jones potentially. I think he'll have probably his biggest game in weeks, which with him sat in my fantasy team is lovely. I think I just don't see it like we were so bad against the Commanders in all sorts. We're on our fourth kicker of the year, I believe. Ben Souls is now our kicker after we waived the young ho from
Shannon Sharps is again.
The worst part is we kept him the week after we kicked the floor. He didn't get waived. Didn't get waived that week. We kept him another week. He did also miss a field goal in the Commanders game as well. So yeah, that was an interesting one. Ben Souls looks all right, to be fair. He looks like he's from Pitt, I believe. He's not played in the NFL yet, but he looks better than anyone else we've had. So we might as well try it with someone who's not played, because the ones who have played are all shit. But yeah, I just don't see a world where we don't lose this game. We need to lose this game, because even if we beat the Raiders, we should still probably have a top 3 pick by the end of things. And obviously the Jets may still want to trade up to take a Dante Moore or a Ty Simpson if worst came to worst and the Raiders ended up with the first pick and they end up with Mendoza.
That's best case scenario.
I feel like
good for you. You're going to have Mendoza, who's not going to be that great.
If the order stays similar to how it is now, I'm pretty sure Jets are 5, we're 4, Titans are 3, and then I think it'll be Raiders 1, you Giants 2.
However, there's
a world where the Jets don't have to trade up there, but they might be scared that maybe we go after Dante Moore, although I don't think we should personally. But
in fairness, you might be right, because I think realistically it's going to be Raiders 1, us 2, and then probably Browns 3, because I think the Titans, well, we'll get on to prediction of the Titans later.
What a podcast. All 3 of us in the top 3.
I genuinely think we could be the top 3 picks this year, because I think the Titans will win another game this year.
No, because we're going to win again.
Against who? So it ain't this week. Believe me, it's not this week.
We're going to beat the Steelers next week, and it's going to be another snow game.
No, you'll probably beat the Bengals. It won't be the Steelers.
We'll beat one of them. Just for the vibe.
Again, I feel like we might be all right here, because I think everyone below us is just going to start winning them stupid games for no reason. But I think my worry is the Jets will not win them games, and then they'll end up not needing to trade up, and then we basically just sit at number 2 with no one who really wants the pick, because I can't imagine anyone else desperately needs to trade up.
I mean, there's rumors that the Cardinals could try trade up for one of them, because Kyler's not the guy. I feel like that's obvious now. Maybe the Dolphins. I was talking to former guest on the channel, Finn, about this earlier. They've benched Tua, as we'll get onto with their game. Well, we already mentioned it. But yeah, they've benched Tua. Is that Tua done in Miami? Who knows?
Yes.
Probably. Anyway, it can't be. Have you seen the cap pit? Fucking hell. They're screwed for like 4 years with that cap. Either in cap hell for 4 years now.
Also, what are they do? They're going to try out Quinn Ewers for a season, or Zach Wilson. That's
a better off with the Ewers, because at least they don't know what Ewers is like yet. So they know Zach Wilson is crap.
Did you watch him in Texas?
He wasn't that bad. Anyway, on this game though, yeah, I just don't see what we win. I'd love to know why Keane's back does, to be honest, because Jesus Christ.
Hope. I've already told you it's hope. There's nothing else I can give you apart from the fact that it's just hope.
You're just going to predict us all year, just in manifestation that we will win the game?
Yes, because eventually it might work.
The only week it could work is probably next week.
And I think you probably will beat us next week.
I think we will as well. It's going to really annoy me. It'd be less of a one like the Colts, because the Colts no one expected, and we just pulled out 44 points out of our arse. At least this one, it wouldn't hurt that much, because I've expected it basically the whole season.
It'd hurt me deeply if we beat you.
I can't wait for the week after's filming for week 18 if we have lost that game, because Keane's head is going to be on a different planet.
If we beat you, I am officially a Bears fan. Because I can't do it with this fucking team anymore.
Honest to God. This is the level it's got to. We are preying on our own team's downfalls.
I'm
But
not. I hope we win another game, but just for vibes. I don't. As long as no one else takes Carnell Tate, I don't give a fuck.
we'll move on to this.
Oh, you did it as
Wow.
well.
I did do it. Yeah.
As soon as when he saw the Rashi Rice injury, he was like, "Yeah, that's too much, bro."
He's been
With
getting
no
smashed
Rashi
up like
Rice, with
fucking
no
these last
Patrick
few weeks.
Mahomes. Their offense runs on Xavier Worthy, Marquise Brown, and Travis Kelce being thrown the ball by Gardner Minshew.
As a bit of a Gardner Minshew expert, can I chime in here?
Yeah, go on.
I had to watch this useless prick throw the ball for us, and I also lived with his lookalike for 2 years. So it was really, really painful watching that prick play quarterback for us, and I just have a feeling. Sorry, I made myself laugh there. Yeah, carry on. Gardner Minshew, very bad.
Like Kian said, Rasheed Rice is. I think someone's put a bounty on his head. I think a relative of the person he crashed into. This clearly put some sort of bounty on his head because he's been getting clattered in the past few games. There was one in the Chargers game that was brutal. I think there was one in the Texans game as well.
That was a nasty one.
It might be the last NFL game I watched. I'm not going to lie to you, but yeah, that no Mahomes, no Rasheed Rice. Titans, it just feels like a random win they'll get to sort of foot themselves out of a draft pick again for some reason.
I said it. I don't think the Titans have been that bad in the last couple of games. I think I mentioned this in the last episode that we did. And even this week, they lost again to the 49ers, but it was only by, I want to say, 13 points in the game where they were very much in it for a while. And then it sort of got them away from it in the end. I think Tony Pollard's had 200-plus yard games in a row, which I couldn't say anyone predicted a couple of weeks ago with how bad he's been this season.
Yeah, but he did it on the.
Yeah, also, I mean, we have to give props to the Titans last week. We didn't do it, but big man touchdown. Josh Simmons caught a receiving touchdown.
I did see that. He did very well, actually, to get away from the defenders as well.
Which is even better for me because Max lost fantasy points because he had the 49ers defense and he got undone by Josh Simmons receiving touchdowns.
The 49ers defense, I believe, scored 0 points.
It did score 0 points. And I had the Eagles that scored 21 because they shut the Raiders out. And I believe the deficit I beat you by was very similar to that amount.
It was a bad week. The way you're talking about the Titans right now reminds me of how Leeds United fans talk about Brendan Aronson when they're just slightly better than you expect, but like the bar is on the floor. So it's like, look,
the bar is on the floor for the Tennessee Titans. But I've been slightly more impressed with Cam Ward in the last couple of games than I had been for the previous part. I don't think he's that bad.
The only compliment I can give them is the fact that I thought they'd been nailed on to have the first pick again, and it looks like they're going to be like 3 or 4. So well done, Tennessee. Proud.
If they win this, it's going to fuck them so badly, and I'm here for it because it means it gives us a window to be able to win one game.
I actually think this is quite a big game for our draft pick because if the Titans can go in there and beat them, I worry we could also beat them in week 18.
Have you got the Titans?
No, the Chiefs.
Oh.
So if the Chiefs win this game and they still win it comfortably, then I'll be very confident that we're going to have the number 1 pick. If the Titans go in there and win and the Chiefs look toothless, then find me at the nearest bridge because we're probably going to beat them on week 18.
Just say in theory, if we beat you, but then we lose to the Cowboys and you beat the Chiefs, do we still get the first pick again?
Depends on wins around the league for strength of schedule purposes.
So if you're the better team, we've beat the Eagles and the fucking Chargers, we're screwed.
I wouldn't say the Titans with a winner completely fucking themselves in the draft. They might miss out on Ruben Bain, who I think they're going to take. But like, they'll still be the top 10. They could be the landing spot for Jeremiah Love. Like, I know Pollard had a good game the other week, but he's not the guy going forward.
They are not taking Jeremiah Love in the top 8 in the draft.
Oh, it depends if they win a couple more games,
They need so much more than running. That would be like a Raiders-esque mistake with Jenny.
He screams Vikings to me.
No, he screams
spot for Jeremiah Love, the Vikings. That's usually where I put him on mock drafts. We will do one by the way. We will do a mock draft for viewers.
Christmas mock draft.
Ooh. A festive mock draft.
I probably won't be sober enough at any stage over the next.
Not on Christmas, for Christmas.
Bold of you to think Christmas is the only day I drink over the festive period.
True. Anyway, we'll move on because this video is already half an hour. We're only 5 games in. Bengals Dolphins, the nothing game.
I'll be completely honest. I did.
Keane, are you sober now?
I did this before I read the tour stuff. I'm gonna leave it.
This was actually one of the harder games to predict, in my opinion, because they're so nothing seasons for both of them. It's hard to call who's actually going to win. I've gone Bengals purely because Joe Burrow's had a couple of down games. I think he's due a better game, and now the pressure's off, and you could just do whatever you want. It should be actually quite a good game because there's no pressure on this at all for either team.
I'm going to counteract you on the Joe Burrow thing. The way everyone's talking about it makes it think, like everyone in the locker room when they speak to him, makes me think there's something more serious than just on-field issues going on with Joe Burrow. And I don't think a lack of pressure is going to stop that. So that's the reason I've gone for the Dolphins, because I think Burrow's having a terrible time. But then Quinn Ewers. So half of me wants to flip. But I'm going to stick with the Dolphins just because I've already gone down. And if they win, I get another point, I suppose.
I know you watched college football last year. You watched Quinn Ewers to know that
he's not the guy.
Especially with the Bengals defense being slightly better in the last couple of games as well.
Again, that can always fall off a cliff.
It can. And I mean, I know they gave a lot of points to Buffalo, but a lot of teams give up a lot. I mean, like, as far as turnovers and actually not being stupid. I mean, they only lost the game against Buffalo because their offense, not because of the defense, which is a mental thing to say about the Bengals because it's never normally the case. But they lost the game because Joe Burrow turned the ball over that many times. So
this is the same Bengals team that lost to the Jets, though, may I add.
Very nearly lost to the Browns as well.
The Dolphins must have had a bad loss this year, surely.
I think did they lose to the Jets?
Someone carry on. I'm going to check.
James said he wanted to speed up the video a bit. This is as simple for me as I went through the list of games when I was doing my predictions. Saw this game, went Quinn Ewers, and then picked the Bengals. That's exactly how.
Well, the Browns also beat. The Browns also beat the Dolphins.
We did.
So apart from that, their losses are fairly. I mean, their losses are the Colts, Patriots, Bills, Panthers, Chargers, Ravens, and Steelers. So they're all fairly normal, apart from.
In fact, even worse. Wasn't that a Dylan Gabriel game?
I mean,
I thought Shador.
It was a Dylan.
It was a
Dylan Gabriel game. A game of which he threw 116 yards, and you still scored 31 points.
Do you know how bad it is to lose to Dylan Gabriel, even if he wasn't that much of an impact? He's one of the worst quarterbacks I've ever seen, and I'm a Browns fan. He's fucking shit. He's awful.
We're moving on because we have no time.
Shador season, baby.
This was a tough one. I'm still not sure. Bucks, Panthers. Keane's gone Panthers.
As I've gone Panthers, I'll go first. And it's solely based on the fact that the Panthers had a stupid loss last week. And when the Panthers have stupid losses the week before, they seem to always win the next game. And this is also a massive game for both teams. And I just think this Buccaneers team has sort of shown when it's a big game and when the pressure's on, they've sort of fucked it up this year. And I realise the Panthers have never really been in this position with Bryce Young, so it's going to say a lot about Bryce Young and the Panthers. But solely based on the fact they had a shit loss last week, I'm going to give it to the Panthers.
I will say, Ian, you're sort of right, because the pattern they've been on since, I don't even know what it is, but their results the last couple have been win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss.
Exactly.
So,
but also, you could argue the Bucks come off a stupid loss. Like, they should not be losing to the Falcons. The Bucks have fallen off a cliff. And I'm not entirely sure why I picked them. But I just feel like you said, Bryce has never been in this kind of a high-pressure situation at this level before. Baker has, funnily enough, with the Browns. He has got us into the playoffs before. So, fantasy, stop telling me that CD Lamb's injured. My season's fucking over.
They've been doing that for me for 2 weeks.
Pissing me off. Anyway, never back against Baker, even though he's fallen off a cliff. Give me the Bucks. But the Panthers are weird and they annoy me.
I'm going Bucks because I think that Bryce Young's going to shit himself in the sort of big. He's going to do a Sam Darnold and shit the bed in a high pressure situation. They've also been. I mean, if they make the playoffs, by the way, they should just ban this division from football because if they make the playoffs having been swept by the Saints, then I'm lost. And they also have to play the Bucks in week 18, so that game could mean literally everything. Obviously depending on the result of here.
How many wins are the Saints on, by the way? Does anyone know?
4?
Because I swear,
Tyler Shuck has actually won. I believe he's won more games than he's lost as a quarterback.
He's been fine.
He's been fine. I don't think they need to worry about a quarterback in this draft at all.
No, he's actually been solid for them, all things considered. Like, he's not been amazing.
If they go ahead with Shaquille Sanders, they can definitely go ahead with Tyler Shuck, I reckon.
Yeah, I think he's serviceable at this level, definitely.
Yeah, he's been all right. Yeah, as far as this game goes, I just think Bryson's going to shit the bed. As much as Baker shit the bed the second he got put in the MVP conversations, I think Bryce will not be able to handle the pressure of a game like this. And the Panthers, as I said, did just get swept by the Saints, so I can't.
I only asked the Saints question because I feel like I don't know if it was on an episode very early in the season or just in the group chat. I feel like I asked if the Saints were going to get over or under 3.5 wins.
I definitely said no.
I definitely said under.
We all would have gone under.
Tyler Shuck might be that guy.
I also had the head coach be the first one fired.
I had James.
He should be fired for bringing someone granddad out of retirement.
If he started the season with Unk at QB, that would have been a good prediction.
Yeah, he would have been. I can't even remember what I said. I probably would have agreed with you on Steichen or something like that. But
maybe we could do an episode in the off season where we go back and
we'll check our predictions.
Oh, don't because I've seen this bloke in fucking TikTok comment sections saying that he had the Patriots in the playoffs, and I can't be asked to have a full episode of that.
It'd be him saying he had the Patriots in the playoffs and me saying I had the Rams in the Super Bowl.
One comment section, and it was today. Let a white boy flex.
Anyway. Oh, speaking of, there you go. I mean, we've pretty much discussed it all in there, but
yeah, we basically have.
So I don't think there's much to say.
We've already touched on the Jets too.
Yeah, the Jets are shit, like really bad. I stashed Garrett Wilson about 7 weeks ago on a trade, thinking he'd be back before the fantasy player final. Shock horror, he's not. So that was
look at this guy, man, stashing players and defenses and shit. Then he thinks he's cool being in the playoff. Just play like a real man. Sign random people on waivers every week and hope for the best.
And that's the reason why I've won money this year, and you have.
I did that and I got to the semi-final.
You never had Kendrick Bourne.
From starting 0-5, was it?
No, I just got really lucky that 1 week where I claimed Rico Dowdle, and then he went nuclear, and then I got Billy, who did enough stupid trades this year to give me like 4 players for Rico Dowdle.
Yeah, this isn't your team; it's Billy's team. So you actually.
This is Billy's team, yeah. I just took all the players Billy drafted. He was stupid enough to trade me for like Kyron Williams and Justin Jefferson.
That's what happens when you invite people from Sheffield into the league. Sorry for watching, Billy. Well,
the problem is that you put in $20 to draft the perfect team and to trade it all to me.
You had a head loss. I
don't know what was going through his head. 4D chess he was playing by putting Justin Jefferson in his fantasy team.
I'm taking Carnell Tate in the first round next year. I hope you're
taking Kyle Pitts after this last week.
We didn't even mention that.
Everyone on the team has had him already in the league.
I had him literally the week. I was going to take him. I was going to put him back on my team and I bottled it. Anyway, but this game, Jets bad, Saints look good in the last couple of weeks. So
that's literally all can be said. I have nothing to add.
Sound. Moving on. Chargers, Cowboys, and I'm going Chargers here. Cowboys defense bad. Season over. Nothing to play for. Chargers still have very much everything to play for. So the pressure's on, but
that feels to me like a game that the Cowboys would just win for no reason.
You're right, but
that just a reminder that you are talking about Justin Herbert in a must-win situation here.
It is if, man, to be fair.
I usually back up the Chargers and Justin Herbert, but I just feel like this is a game that the Cowboys win. Even though I did just get that notification saying CeeDee Lamb's injured, but it'll be fine.
The Cowboys are also favourites, and apparently the Chargers have not lost when they've been underdogs in a game this year. So that's an interesting one. Don't know why the Cowboys are favourites, especially on betting apps. Why they would be 1.5
world advantage, maybe.
Rookies know what we know. If man doesn't get the job done.
Also, Deron Bland didn't practice, and CeeDee Lamb didn't practice, so that's not ideal.
CeeDee's
ill though, so he should be all right, I assume.
I've got zero logic apart from it just feels like a game the Cowboys are going to win for no reason.
I just think the Chargers are a good team in spells, and the Cowboys are. I mean, that game against the Vikings was fucking tragic, to say the least. So,
I mean, if the Cowboys won out, surely that's maybe good enough for the wild card, no?
Nah. I think they're screwed. They're on 6 wins. The wild card's already at 9.
Yikes. Maybe not.
So the Packers would have to lose out, and
hey, they've got the tie though. They've got the tie.
So they have the tie anyway. So I believe the Cowboys have to win the division. That's the only way they can get in. So it's over. The season's over. The Chargers very much isn't, and the Cowboys got dunked on by JJ McCarthy. So I'm going with the Chargers. Is my simple logic.
I've basically given my logic, and it's just that the Chargers, time and time again, have proved that they're not that team when it comes to needing to win games late in the season and in the playoffs. But I just, that's basically all I've got. That's the only reason I've gone for it. I just struggle to back them when they need to win games. And
if you come to this podcast for logic, leave now. Because the logic went out the window when we started this.
I want to say, last week was the first week of the season I haven't hated the Cowboys as much because I had my annual bet win on the Cowboys game. So cheers, Javonte Williams, for coming back into the game after you missed the whole first half, and I went to bed thinking my bet was dead and woke up with £65 in my account.
You can retire now, mate.
I know. Paid for Christmas presents, mate. Happy days.
Fucking hell, what are you buying people?
I didn't say all of the Christmas presents. Next.
Well, this is easy.
Max?
Hi, guys. It's Max, your resident Cleveland Browns fan / Chicago Bears fan for the rest of the season and the rest of next season when we get mathematically eliminated too. But this is quite easy, isn't it? It's the Bills. The Bills are in a must-win situation, and it's not technically the playoffs yet, so they won't shit themselves, I'd assume. And where we need to lose, really. Well, I won't say we need to, but I don't want to win. We don't need to, because as long as Carnell Tate is on the board wherever we pick, I'm happy. And then
your best player is 30. You need to lose.
No, it's fine. It's fine. We don't. We got 2 first-round picks. We take Carnell Tate. We take the best O-lineman available. Can the Jags start fucking losing, by the way? Pissing me off, man.
They're winning this week.
I will still say that trade worked out very well for you.
I mean,
considering you've got Mason Graham, who's been solid, Travis Hunter's been shit.
Yeah, and we got another pick, but the pick's not that good because the Jags are good, but it's not because of Travis Hunter.
That's a lovely Sonny Styles range pick from the Jags, that is.
Sonny Styles is going earlier than that.
He's going before that.
I don't know. Where are the Jags setting the draft order? Like
high 20s.
Yeah. Or is it high 20s?
Mid to high 20s, I think. To like
26. They have won like 9 games, haven't they?
I think I might have even backed them. We'll get onto it. But anyway, Bills are going to roll into Cleveland and bray us. It's not even like it's similar weather to Buffalo as well. It might be cold. They like that. We've got nothing to play for. I just hope we get a nice little Shador busting down his AP, like one nice touchdown or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it was perfect time when we threw 4 piss missiles to the defense last week.
I didn't watch it, so it didn't happen.
I think it was 3 or 4, I think. I can't remember.
I think his passer rating was like 17. But that's
again, it was one of them games where had he had spiked the ball, he would have had every play, he would have had a higher passer rating.
While we're on the Browns, kill Jerry Jeudy. Because that drop was fucking horrendous, and that was not Shadur's fault. I know he did have a terrible game outside of that, but that was not Shadur's fault.
Sorry, Shador had 3 interceptions, not 4. My bad.
One of them was Jerry Judy's fault. I hope Jerry Jeudy hangs. Okay, maybe not, but he's really shit. He's had a terrible, terrible season. He's really bad. Can we just move on? I can't imagine you have more interesting to say. Just move on.
I'm very happy I have Josh Allen in fantasy as well, I'll say.
You weren't 2 weeks ago.
No, but he started turning up at the right time.
I'm actually getting quite annoyed at James with his Josh Allen nonsense this year because every week he's got a new opinion on him. Josh Allen is a good quarterback. This is probably his best chance.
Right. Can we just clarify something? I know that Josh Allen was a bad quarterback. I only called him shit because he was pissing me off in fantasy for weeks.
You said much worse about him than that.
I have said much worse, because I lost many a week because he decided to drop a fucking stinker for no reason.
It's still in the Who's asked?
But he's been good the last 2 weeks, so I'll let him off. And this should be another week where he's quite good as well. So
they'll win this game. They'll get into the playoffs, and then they're going to have to pray that maybe they don't shit themselves this year.
Well, there's no Chiefs.
They ain't gonna play the Chiefs.
That's been their main obstacle the entire time, and that's not there anymore. So you never know. They might be all right this time. It's going to be a new team now, like the fucking I don't even know.
I saw someone say that they've got no excuses to not win it this year. I'd say they've still got quite a few.
I mean, there's two teams with over 11 wins in the league. There's still very much excuses.
Yeah, one of them is the Broncos, though. So
they just beat them, didn't they?
Yeah,
just
one of
beat
them's the best defense in the league. Fucking hell.
Still shit.
We're moving on.
Is the 3-14 Browns or whatever we're going to finish.
Falcons, Cardinals.
Couldn't care less.
Who's asked? These teams aren't even asked. At least Drake London's back.
I picked my favorite of the two birds. That's how I chose this one.
This is a truly wank game that you often get towards the end of an NFL season. Doesn't matter.
I will say Trey McBride. Trey McBride is sort of the only hope this offense has on the Cardinal side of things. And I sort of feel bad for the man that he is stuck on both the Cardinals and Max's fantasy team because that's just a double whammy of shit. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, should have mentioned this game is these lot are both fucked off. But
I was checking the charge on my phone.
Yeah, just not much to say. Fucking.
I literally picked my favorite of the two birds. That's all I picked. I think.
Anything else to add?
I'm on 7% on my phone, so let's read it up. That's all I got.
Yeah, let's go. Oh no, we can't because this is actually a conversation point. Broncos versus Jags.
What more is there to converse? I've told you what I think about them like 12 weeks in a row.
The Denver Broncos have the best defense in the NFL. Bo Nix has been on an absolute heater for the last couple of weeks. They will win this game.
You know who is on a heater right now, though? Trevor Lawrence.
This is the Trevor Lawrence they thought they were drafting him.
Yeah, he was good. He's been good the past few weeks.
He has. I mean, again, you have to take into consideration they have played the Cardinals, Titans, Colts, and Jets.
Mr. Broncos taking into consideration people's schedule is wild.
Yeah, but the Jags lost a lot of games against these shit teams. The Broncos have won 11 games on the spin.
Mr. Schedule.
So
please continue.
The Broncos have beat the Eagles as well, and the Texans and the Chiefs and the Packers.
Fucking yawn.
But yeah, the Broncos are the best defense in the NFL by a country mile. They've been so much better on the offensive side of the ball in the last couple of weeks. They'll win this game, in my opinion. I think the Jags have been good, but I mean, how close is their division? I believe they should be all right. I think they're one win ahead still because the Texans have been picking up. Obviously, the Colts are now a non-factor in this division. After looking like they're going to win the division, they are going to finish third, which is superb. But yeah, I think the Broncos are one of the best teams in the NFL. I think they'll win this game.
I think the power of Trevor Lawrence and his magnificent locks will get Duval a nice little win here, although it will actually anger me when they do win. I don't want either of these teams to win, actually, now I think about it. Yeah.
What if you go against the Jags?
Because they got a fucking draft pick.
Oh, yeah, true.
Or we've got their draft pick, whatever. So
what I will say is
fucking losing.
What I will say is, had we said at the start of the season that the Jags, Texans, and Colts would all appear in Week 16, the top 8 teams in the AFC, you would have probably got laughed out the door, and that is actually what the case is at the minute. And obviously, the Titans are still shit.
Who'd have thought that the Colts season ended when they lost Daniel Jones?
Yeah, the Colts playoff contention ended in Week 15, losing Daniel Jones. But then you also could say who that fuck would have predicted Philip Rivers to be throwing the ball by Week 16.
That's the big one.
At the start of the season, imagine you said to someone, the Colts would be on an absolute heater. Daniel Jones would tear his Achilles and end their season. And then Philip Rivers comes in to take over.
Just bring Brady out of retirement already.
What were the odds on that? That would have been brilliant.
It's going to happen. Brady's coming back.
We'll move on.
Be the Raiders. Call that when we lose out on the first overall pick.
I guess we'll move on unless you've got anything to add to that one.
I can't be asked to add to it.
Sound right. We'll move on.
I mean,
This is
We're
a
not a
non
football team. We're an entertainment product. Our stadium was the highest grossing stadium in the world in terms of money, due to everything that happened there last year. They accepted WrestleMania back again. There's a lot of concerts there. We don't care. Football is not Mark Davis's thing anymore. We just exist. And we're going to lose this game. And yeah, that's about all I can say.
I'd rather watch the Raiders than WrestleMania, in all fairness.
whoa!
I fucking wouldn't.
Whoa!
I'm not saying something.
We're having no disrespect to WrestleMania.
I don't know what it is.
Your boy Cam Scatterboy even likes the wrestling.
He does, but I don't know.
I was watching wrestling last night, and there was a former Ram having a wrestling match. Just a fun fact for you there. I forgot his name, but I know he's in ring name, but he's actually got it. But
he was having a Ram.
Anyway,
yes, I got busy.
Texans are going to cook. CJ Stroud, my boy, he's back. He's cooking.
Texans have been cooking in the last couple of weeks. They need that playoff spot. They need the wild. I mean, then again, if they win this and the Jags lose to the Broncos, which is fairly plausible, I don't know if they top the division. I don't know what their head-to-head looks like with the Jags this season. But yeah, this game is a non-factor. I don't think I even checked what you two had written down. I just put 3 Texans badges in and moved on, and I didn't even need to check because I know. If it was like the Browns, I might have to check because Max always does this weird, I'm going to blindly back the Browns for no reason pick. But because it's the Raiders, I know Keane is never going to back the Raiders. So
no,
I knew it was safe.
Who remembers the first episode when Keane backed the Raiders and he was like, I'm going to go into this season with a bit of hope?
We fucking won that game.
You did, yeah, you did.
You did. But then the Patriots went on to be incredible and win their division, and you have won one of the
11 wins, and one of their losses was against this fucking Raiders team.
We should have seen the signs. Eugene Cyril was fucking awful that day.
He went into the season with hope and lost to the Browns.
Let's not get this twisted. All 3 of us said that they thought we were going to be the best of our 3 teams this year.
I did, yeah.
Yeah, but
also, I don't think any of us would have predicted that we'd be the fucking worst of the 3 based on the start of our. We did actually at the start of the season, we might have, because we did have Russell Wilson at QB.
I promise you, we are the worst of our 3 teams.
Yeah,
you are, yeah. No, but yeah,
wow.
We probably have the most optimism, at least for the future, I guess.
We fucking stink. We're not a football team.
I think the Browns are simply the best of our teams because we have Myles Garrett and just that, nothing else.
I feel like I think overall we're a better team than you. Well, we will be when everyone's not dead.
If we didn't have Brock Bowers,
perfect timing.
If we
that's every reason why we're better than you. That's because you have to play him every week.
We wouldn't have anyone worth talking about if we didn't have Brock Bowers.
I mean, you have someone worth talking about because it's great comedy talking about Eugene Cyril.
Or Crosby, to be fair. But I
think we don't even talk about Crosby. He's just sort of there.
I think we should trade him first.
You already give up on Denny?
I'm not ready to give up on him based on the O-line being awful.
I mean, ours is awful, and Quinton's had a decent season.
Again, ours is worse.
Also, I did just check the head-to-head for Jags.
It's run by Brennan and Carroll.
This podcast is just us saying, "No, my team's worse. No, my team's worse."
We are worse in every metric.
No, you are clearly worse than us two by some distance, which is funny because we actually might finish above you in the draft order still. We're going to be the Eagles on Thursday night prime time and the fucking Chargers, and we're still going to
beat the Chiefs. Titans are going to beat the Chiefs, and it's going to be Raiders 1, Giants 2, Browns 3. And what a podcast this is.
As you can tell, we have some great insight with good teams because we all support really good ones. The head-to-head in the text.
Keane's going to die. Not his phone. Keane's going to die.
My phone is also going to die, to be fair, but
the head-to-head on Texans-Jags is 1-1, so I don't know how that works if it came down to a tie at the end of the season. But we'll move on to Lions-Steelers. Anything?
Steelers have too many wins and they need to balance it out with a few more losses before the season ends. They'll lose this game, they'll lose to the Browns, and then they'll win their last game. Booyah.
My logic, 3%, so I'm just going to say Lions.
My logic is Jahmyr Gibbs is good every other week. He was crap last week, so he'll be good this week. And the Steelers don't need to win, in my opinion, because as you'll see in a minute, I don't think the Ravens are going to win. So the pressure's off them this week. So, yeah, I'm going with the Lions. I think Steelers are in trouble.
there'll be a disturbance in the universe if the Steelers don't finish at 8 or 9 or 9 and 8. So they need to pick up a few losses.
Can they just please get off? I'm glad they got off their record of what it was last week. I'm not even going to say the number, but the fact they made a graphic of the two teams of the Dolphins Steelers games because of their record, I'm not saying it. But there was a graphic where they literally had a whole infographic in a thing with, I believe it was A-Chain and Aaron Rodgers doing that on an infographic. So yeah, just
what happened to the sport I used to love?
Yeah, it's all gone to shit. I believe Troy Aikman did also make a fucking 6-7 joke.
He did that right at the start. I was still watching. I actually turned it off at that point.
6-7. Wait till these kids hear about a 9 to 5. Am I right, guys?
Fucking some cheek.
Moving on.
This is my job. This is my job.
As I said, don't think the Ravens are going to win because they're playing the Patriots this week. Albeit the Patriots absolutely collapsed against the Bills, but this is the Ravens we're talking about, who have been garbage all season. So pretty straightforward for me. Patriots are going to win.
Kian, you've got 3 phone dice.
Yeah, Patriots.
Well, are we just saying who we think is going to win? It's on the screen anyway.
I'm on 2%.
PowerPoint.
Where's your charm?
Patriots are good. Patriots are great. Drake May, probably out the MVP running now, but he's gutted.
He was good, but it was the second half. Absolutely, it was basically the teams flipped. The first half, the Bills did nothing, Patriots did everything, and then second half, Bills did everything, Patriots did nothing. But yeah, we're all going with the Pats. And finally,
another game. Fucking hell.
Unk is shit. So Niners. By the way, the Niners have sort of gone under the radar. Have they got 10 wins?
Maybe.
They've got 10 wins. That division has three teams with 10 plus wins.
NFC West is crazy, and Jacoby Brissett's just there chilling.
Fucking wanking in the pool in the corner. But yeah, Niners good. Unk is bad.
This isn't going to get a win. That's simple.
No.
Philip Rivers is not winning a game of NFL football unless he literally hands it off every single play to Jonathan Taylor.
I still don't think that's enough to win. I feel like they might become wise to what he's doing after about
the Jonathan Taylor fall off has been crazy, by the way. Absolutely.
Yeah, he's probably not going to win Offensive Player of the Year.
It's what I said. I genuinely think Puka has an outside chance if he goes the same level of nuclear as he has in the last couple of weeks in the last 3 games. Serious consideration for Puka. I'd love to know the odds on it because I'd be tempted.
CMC in the conversation? No?
Has to be. He's top 10 in receiving and rushing yards. He has to be in there.
Although he'll win Comeback Player of the Year at least, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That should be Philip Rivers.
To be fair, the fact he can't even play a game and at least complete some passes is impressive at 44. Well, again, Aaron Rodgers is 41 and is semi-competent, so
Brady could win another Super Bowl if he comes back, I'm convinced.
Yeah, he could, really. Well, apparently Gronk said he wouldn't mind coming back either.
He hasn't got a brain, so that's not a shock.
He also said he only wants to practice on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I believe is what he said.
He called him Ekareg Buka and Ekareg Begbo. Like, he hasn't got a brain.
His brain is mash and has been basically since he was playing in high school football. So maybe don't listen to Rob Gronkowski. Probably don't let him back for the sake of his own brain.
Please don't.
Dementia not onsetting at the age of 50. So
I'm not a CTE guy, but
yeah, but that is our predictions for week 16. Only 2 weeks left now of the predictions videos. We're going to do a question with Kian's phone on probably 1%.
It's on 1 now. Yeah.
I feel like we can't do a question anymore. So thank you very much.
Is Kian's phone going to die before you click end?
Let's have a look. It just died. Oh, no, it didn't. He's just not moving. Thank you very much to Max and Kian for joining me as always, and we'll see you all next week for hopefully a One Thing We Learn video.
This episode was John Cena. He's gone.
Okay. Goodbye.